Um, I think it was Adam Smith who wrote about how a person of culture in Europe who learned that 100 million people in China had been killed by an earthquake the day before would obviously feel sad and have some philosophical uh, introspection about the impermanence of life and the tragedy, but that he would be able to sleep after his dinner without too much trouble. Whereas if he were to know that he was going to lose his little finger tomorrow, he wouldn't be able to rest at all. This is relevant because it occurs to me that if I were to die unexpectedly, um, especially if I did it on a Friday night when I didn't work the next day, uh, the only effect would be on people at the office. They would be the only people who it would actually affect. And that would be temporary. And they would find out, I guess, on Monday when I didn't show up. I don't know how long it would take for them to try to find out what had happened. Uh, it would be unusual for me to not show up and not say anything, so they might think that quickly. But that's it. I mean, there are, and this is where the Adam Smith reference comes in, there are people in various places who would be sad, as a sort of, in principle, kind of sad, meaning it'd be like, oh, what a shame, kind of thing. But it would not affect their lives in any way. Some people probably would be beneficial. Wouldn't have to worry about me anymore. So, I mean, if I were to just disappear, there's nobody whose life would be made worse in any actual way. I mean, again, people would be sad. Sadness happens. Just like Adam Smith's sadness over the destruction of 100 million people in China. But, you know, it wouldn't really matter to anybody in any serious way. It would not affect anyone's life. It would free up some time for my sister on Sunday nights. I know she wouldn't think of it that way, but, you know, she's the only person I talk to besides people at work. And that's it. A few people who read my blog, there's maybe 4, might eventually notice that I'd stopped writing it, but they probably would just forget about it. And I think that's about that. There's no consequence, except to me. I at least wouldn't hurt every time I move, and most of the time when I don't. And while it couldn't be counted as sleep, at least I wouldn't be waking up all the time. You know, it wouldn't be actual rest, but it would be closer to it than anything I get now. Just some thoughts.